What's up, guys? It is Sophia, aka Sophie, back on Sophia's Football Talk, and I'm here again with another video. For this video, as you guys can see on the title here, I'm going to be talking about the not so exciting game between Leeds United and Manchester United, which is, of course, my team. We're going to be talking about the highlights. Not that there were really that many highlights, to be honest. And also at the end, player ratings, where 5 will be average. So if that sounds interesting, then please keep on watching. Okay, so this game ended 0-0. It was not at home and having a very good away stats, being yet again unbeaten. So that's definitely something positive we can take away from this game. But if we're just going to be going more, not really in depth, but just overall talk about the first half, not really that much to talk about. It was very boring. Yet again, I keep repeating myself within every match review, talking about United not really being that good with controlling the first half, not really playing entertaining. To be honest, the most exciting thing, or the only exciting thing within the first half, was Marcus Rashford's free kick right before halftime. And then we had, the young goalkeeper from Leeds having a superb save. That's the only thing that was exciting. So we're just going to scratch that, nothing else. Overall, boring first half. Let's just dive into the second half, shall we? I did write down some notes while watching the game, and also just overall after the game, or straight after, I should say. So for the second half, we seemed a little bit more aggressive, and I did feel like we had a couple of chances. Definitely a lot more exciting than the first half, but still, the only thing that we were missing was just getting the goals. Disappointing, but luckily though, this game wasn't that important. We have secured top four for sure. There's no way we are missing that when we only have a few games left of the season. We got top four, and the second spot is most likely ours. It is, but it would have been nice to get another win. But it is what it is. But overall, maybe a little bit more slow pace sometimes in the second half. We definitely had some counterattacks here and there where Leeds missed the ball, and then United was back at it with the attacks. But then stopping up, the Leeds defenders get straight back to their positions, and then creating like a big wall. We're not able to attempt a strike or whatever. It was just not that impressive. Yeah. Is there anything else to say about that? I don't think that. I think we should just go straight into the player ratings. Let's start to talk about Dean Henderson, our goalkeeper. To be honest, Dean Henderson definitely had a better game than last game against Burnley. So I would give him a 6, better than average. He seemed a lot more focused, so that's the reason why I'm gonna give him a 6. I can't give him more than a 6 since he didn't have that much to do. There were a couple of saves, just holding the ball, but he did his job. That's basically what I'm trying to say. He did his thing. He wasn't trying to do the impossible or be too arrogant, which he technically was in the Burnley game. And one of the reasons to why Burnley did score, he was much better this time. I feel like he didn't try to get into anybody's way. He was like, okay, I'll be here when you need me. Okay, you need me right now? Okay, let me just grab the ball. Okay, we good? Throw the ball away. We're good to go. Keep it moving. Just do your job. Don't be getting into anybody's way, and we good. So after that, we have Victor Lindelöf. The reason why I want to give Victor Lindelöf a 7, which I know seems probably a little bold, maybe some of you might not agree with me, but I'm just gonna be talking about what I saw. He seemed pretty solid at the back. He had yet another long ball to Rashford, which could have been a goal again. I have noticed that in some, like, hasn't he basically had like four? He has had a few assists this season, if I'm not mistaken. Not that much, but like for a defender that isn't really known to be doing that, feel like we're gonna be giving him credit where credit's due. You know what I'm saying? So this game, solid. Wasn't really that many errors, if not any. I can't really remember him having a bad game. So obviously, way better than average. Not bad at all. And then Maguire. I'm contemplating on whether I'm gonna be giving Harry Maguire a 6 or 7, and I feel like maybe a 6.5 would be appropriate. He had a decent game, and there were some times where he helped the others out a little bit. He tried to be a lot more forward within the game, and I did like that. The only thing is, we didn't really be creating anything with that, you know? But there were moments where he tried to be a lot more involved within the attacking play, and I want to see more of that. But for me, the most important thing is him being a good defender, you know, because that's his overall job. And also, of course, he is tall, he is known to score goals, maybe not necessarily within this United squad, but in his times for Leicester, he did score goals. And also for national team, England, he does score goals. He is known to do that. I just am missing that part of his play for United too, which we know that he can do, but he just haven't really been doing that much of that, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I'm just gonna be giving him a 6.5. Luke Shaw, I'm also thinking it wasn't really the best game, but it's like I can't really be like, oh, okay, we're gonna give Luke Shaw a 7 and 8. He is always pretty consistent, but I want to be honest and say I'm gonna be giving him a 6. Once again, better than average. So I don't feel like 6 is an awful point to be given to him, but still, I'm standing by a 6. I know we can do better. And then we're gonna be moving on to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, however, I feel like had a pretty decent game. Definitely much better than the last game. What he does best, nobody else does. But Wan-Bissaka, does that make sense? He can of course improve when it comes to the position when we have corner kicks or like free kicks against us. He can definitely be better at that, or just different attacks in general. But I feel like this game in particular, he was good. I'm not gonna say decent. I think it was good. There were moments he looked really confident, comfortable. He had these different passes. He was definitely super involved with the attacks, and I love that. I want to see more. That's the reason why I feel like United should consider getting a right winger, but I don't know if that's gonna happen for the next season. But I do feel like he had a pretty good game overall, in my humble opinion. Also still contributes with his good tackles, you know. Did he even get a yellow card for this game? I don't think it, but regardless, good game. And then Scott McTominay, I want to give a 6. I feel like he seemed a lot more fresh, a lot more involved, more so at the half of second game or in the half of second game. But Fred, feel like he was much better this game than last game, because I think it might have been last game where I said that he seemed very anonymous, that I couldn't even remember that he was there. A lot more involved, better at pressing the opponents, getting the ball back. There's definitely some parts of his game that he needs to improve on, but Fred has it in him. Okay, Daniel James, to me, the same goes with Mason Greenwood, did not have the best game. Both of them will be getting a 5 from me. I could have even given them a 4. I'm not going to be that harsh with giving them a 4 because that would be less than average. A 5, average, not really okay. I feel like Greenwood was way better last game. The lack of goals for this game is not the reason why I'm giving him a 5. It's just basically a lot of missed chances. Thinking that Dan James should have maybe been dropped for this game, but I get the reason why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did decide to pick him for this game, since he was pretty good in the last United and Leeds game where we did win 6-2. He did score, and I think he did score. And Leeds does play higher up the pitch. They do leave more room, the high risk overall. I did feel like Leeds definitely played way different this time than the other game. I think they try to be like, okay, we're gonna try to hit them on the brakes, but at the same time, we're gonna do our very best to defend. And I think that they did. Solid and compact in the back. I almost wish that we could have had Van de Beek instead of Dan James, but we're going to talk more about that soon. So once again, Dan James and Mason Greenwood will be getting a 5 from me. They can do better. Rashford, on the other hand, I want to give a 7. I, for one, felt like he had a much better game this time than the game against Burnley. Or sometimes he'd be overplaying, he'd be doing the most, kind of the opposite in a way. They seemed confident. The only thing that we were missing was a goal or an assist to really give him like an 8 or a 9. But overall, a 7 though. For the substitutes, we have Pogba, which I want to give a 6 to. He didn't really have that much to do. He came pretty late in the game, I think in the 76th minute or so, or maybe the 80th minute. And then Cavani and Van de Beek, they came pretty late on too, so we're going to give a 5. What are they going to do when they got in pretty much close to the 90th minute, or especially Van de Beek though? He couldn't really do that much, and I feel like it was very annoying why we couldn't see Van de Beek start in this game, since he had a pretty good game in the Burnley game, in my opinion. Regardless, that's my player ratings. So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you are new here. Also comment down below your own player ratings. You agree with me, or maybe you disagree with me, and that's completely fine as well. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.